You wake up, stretch, and go through your usual morning routine. Maybe a hot shower, a quick breakfast, scrolling your phone, and then off to whatever the day brings. It all feels normal, even automatic. But what if I told you that some of these very habits, done first thing in the morning, could actually be speeding up aging? That's exactly what happened to Linda, a 67-year-old woman who came into her doctor's office complaining of low energy, joint stiffness, and skin that seemed to age overnight. She wasn't doing anything wrong per se, or so she thought, but a closer look at her morning routine revealed small but powerful mistakes. Things like skipping hydration, overloading on caffeine, or staying inactive for hours, that were quietly draining her vitality day after day. The truth is, aging doesn't just show up one morning as wrinkles and aches. It creeps in slowly through the choices we make when we think they don't matter, especially in the morning, when your body and mind are setting the tone for everything that follows. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 common morning mistakes that millions of people over 50 make every day. Mistakes that increase inflammation, disrupt hormones, accelerate skin aging, and leave you feeling older than you really are. But don't worry, it's not about guilt, it's about awareness. And the best part? Each mistake has a simple fix that can help you feel more energized, youthful, and in control again. Stay with me, because the last mistake we'll cover is one that nearly everyone overlooks, and it could be the key to aging more gracefully starting tomorrow morning. 1. Skipping water. First thing, your cells are waking up thirsty. You'd be surprised how many people wake up and go straight for coffee before drinking even a single sip of water. It seems harmless, just part of the routine. But what if I told you this one habit is silently speeding up the aging process right from the moment you open your eyes? Think about it. You've just spent 7 to 8 hours asleep with no food, no drink, and your body working hard behind the scenes, repairing cells, regulating temperature, detoxifying. That's a full shift, and it leaves your body dehydrated, whether you feel thirsty or not. I remember speaking with June, a 67-year-old woman who always felt sluggish in the morning. She assumed it was just aging. She'd roll out of bed, grab her usual cup of coffee, and move on with her day. But the brain fog lingered, her skin looked dull, and she often complained of stiff joints. Her doctor suggested one simple change: drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, before anything else. Within a couple of weeks, she noticed something different. Her energy picked up, her skin looked more hydrated, and the mid-morning crashes disappeared. Here's what happens when you skip water in the morning. Your blood becomes thicker, circulation slows, and your body has to work harder to get oxygen and nutrients where they're needed. This affects everything from brain clarity to joint lubrication. Over time, chronic dehydration can contribute to fatigue, wrinkles, digestive issues, and even weight gain, all things we associate with aging. But here's the good news. Reversing this is easy. Try starting your day with 8 to 16 ounces of room temperature water. Add a slice of lemon for extra benefits. Not only does this help flush out toxins, but it also kickstarts your metabolism and rehydrates your cells, setting the tone for a healthier, more energized day. It's a small shift, but it speaks volumes to your body. Now let's talk about the next morning habit that could be aging you faster than you realize, and it's probably hiding in your breakfast bowl. 2. Reaching for sugar or processed foods. Fuel that fails you. It's a habit most people don't even think twice about. Grabbing a muffin, pouring a bowl of cereal, or reaching for toast slathered with jam. It's quick, it's easy, and it tastes good. But here's the harsh truth. Starting your morning with sugar or heavily processed foods is like fueling your body with quicksand. It pulls you down instead of lifting you up. I remember meeting Paul, a 71-year-old who always began his day with a bowl of healthy cereal and orange juice. He told me he'd feel fine for an hour or two, but then, without fail, he'd crash. Fatigue would set in. His hands would shake a little. He thought it was just part of getting older. But when we looked at his breakfast, the pattern became clear. His healthy cereal had over 20 grams of sugar per serving, and his juice was nothing more than liquid candy. Here's what's happening inside. When you consume sugar first thing in the morning, your blood sugar spikes. Your body reacts by pumping out insulin to bring it back down. That crash you feel later? That's your body struggling to balance itself out. Over time, this cycle causes inflammation, insulin resistance, and increased fat storage. Three major contributors to aging from the inside out. Processed breakfast foods are also stripped of fiber, healthy fats, and protein. Without those, you're not giving your brain or your cells what they need to function and repair. That means more brain fog, more wrinkles, more fatigue, and less resilience. Now imagine this instead: a breakfast with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Scrambled eggs with avocado, Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds, oatmeal with walnuts and cinnamon. These foods provide lasting energy, protect your brain, and reduce inflammation. They don't just feed your body, they protect it. Because what you choose in the morning doesn't just set the tone for your day, it shapes how well you age. And next, we'll look at a morning mistake that sounds productive, but may actually be keeping your body in survival mode. 3. Staying sedentary for hours. Movement is your morning medicine. When you wake up and go straight from bed to the couch, then from the couch to the kitchen, and finally settle into your favorite chair to read or scroll your phone, your body is already sending a quiet but powerful message: I'm slowing down. That's what was happening with Margaret, a 68-year-old retired librarian I spoke with. Her mornings were peaceful: coffee, a newspaper, and quiet time. But by noon she was stiff, her knees ached, her energy dipped, and by the time she felt ready to do something, the day was halfway over. It wasn't that she was lazy, she just didn't realize how much damage a slow, sedentary start was doing to her aging body. The truth is, your body craves movement in the morning. Not intense workouts, but gentle motion. Light stretching, a short walk, or even 5 minutes of joint mobility work can literally tell your brain, hey, we're awake, we're alive, and we're ready to move. Why does this matter so much after 60? Because your circulation slows overnight. Your joints stiffen, muscles can tighten from being in one position for hours, and without movement, inflammation builds, digestion slows, and your metabolism stays sluggish. That stiffness you feel in the morning, it's not just age, it's your body waiting for you to activate it. Let's go back to Margaret. After learning about this, she started a new ritual: 5 minutes of gentle yoga while her tea brewed. Nothing fancy, just breathing, stretching her arms overhead, rolling her shoulders, and walking a few laps around the living room. Within a week, she noticed less stiffness. By the end of the month, her energy in the mornings felt like it had rewound by 10 years. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs consistency. Small movements, done daily, are powerful medicine for joints, mood, and longevity. And in the next section, we'll talk about a silent aging trap, one that begins the moment you open your phone, and how to avoid falling into it. 4. Overloading on caffeine, the hidden stressor in your cup. For many people, the morning doesn't officially begin until that first sip of coffee. The warmth, the aroma, the comfort, it's a ritual. And for 72-year-old Daniel, it was the ritual. 2 cups with breakfast, 1 more while reading the news, and sometimes a 4th if the weather was cold. He wasn't alone. Caffeine is often seen as harmless, even helpful. But what Daniel didn't realize was that his constant fatigue, occasional heart palpitations, and mid-morning anxiety weren't just part of getting older. They were directly linked to the way he was using caffeine. Here's the thing: after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to stimulants. Your liver processes them slower, and your adrenal glands, already under pressure from aging, can't keep up with constant stimulation. That single cup might give you a small energy boost, but the second and third, they begin to push your body into a cycle of stress. Caffeine increases cortisol, the stress hormone. It raises your heart rate. It can disrupt digestion, trigger acid reflux, and worst of all, interfere with your natural energy rhythm for the entire day. Many seniors feel wired in the morning and then crash hard by afternoon, reaching for sugar or another cup to wake up again. That was Daniel's loop, and the more he relied on caffeine to function, the worse he felt overall. When he finally tapered down to 1 moderate cup in the morning and replaced the rest with herbal teas or warm lemon water, His mood stabilized, his sleep improved, and that jittery tension he'd carried for years, it faded. Caffeine isn't the enemy, but too much of it, especially on an empty stomach, silently taxes your heart, your brain, and your nervous system. 5. Ignoring sunlight and fresh air, missing nature's daily reset. Every morning, 68-year-old Carol would wake up, pull the curtain shut, and go straight into her kitchen. Breakfast, coffee, a little TV, then on to her day. It wasn't that she disliked the outdoors, she just didn't think it mattered. After all, she was retired. She didn't need to get going like she used to. But over time, Carol noticed something strange. Her sleep became inconsistent. Her energy dipped by mid-morning. And emotionally, she felt more dull. Not sad exactly, but a kind of flatness. Her doctor called it low mood, possibly linked to aging. But it wasn't until her daughter suggested something simple, just sit outside for 10 minutes in the morning, that things started to shift. Here's what most people don't realize. The first light you see each morning sends a signal to your brain, telling your body it's time to wake up, reset your internal clock, and start producing the right hormones, like cortisol in the morning and melatonin at night. Miss that light? Your circadian rhythm gets confused, and suddenly you're wide awake at 2 a.m. or dragging through the day without knowing why. Fresh air is just as powerful. It boosts oxygen intake, clears brain fog, and lifts mood. Morning air especially is rich in negative ions, those invisible molecules that increase serotonin levels and help reduce anxiety. Even a gentle breeze can act as a nervous system reset, telling your body it's safe, alive, and ready. Carol started making it part of her routine. Just 10 minutes on the porch, cup of tea in hand, listening to the birds and letting the sunlight hit her face. Within a week, her sleep started improving. Her energy returned, and that emotional flatness, it lightened. If you're skipping morning light and fresh air, you might be missing one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available, completely free. Now let's wrap it all up with one powerful truth. These 5 morning habits aren't just about slowing aging. They're about reclaiming control over how you feel, move, and live each day. Final words, and there you have it. 5 simple morning mistakes that may seem harmless, but can quietly accelerate aging, drain your energy, and disrupt your well-being. What you do in the first hour after waking sets the tone for your entire day. And over time, it shapes the way you age. Skipping water, fueling your body with sugar, staying sedentary, relying too heavily on caffeine, and avoiding natural light may not seem like big deals in the moment. But added up, day after day, they become habits that quietly wear down your body and mind. The good news? It's never too late to change. Whether you're 60 or 80, your body is still listening. It's still capable of healing, adapting, and thriving if you give it the right support. So ask yourself, what's one small shift you can make tomorrow morning? Is it drinking a glass of water before your coffee? Taking a short walk before breakfast? Opening the curtains and letting the sun in? These are not grand, dramatic moves, but they are powerful because they remind your body that it's safe, supported, and still full of life. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share which habit you're planning to change or which one surprised you the most. If you found this helpful, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on new ways to feel better, stronger, and more in control of your health every single day. Your journey to aging well starts with awareness, and the best time to take action is now.